Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, November 14th, 2024. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. I got to hustle to get my daily walk in this morning because I have a 9:30 appointment in Easton. So let's get right into it, shall we? A tragic incident happened on Saturday evening in the Sherwood Forest community just outside of Annapolis, resulting in the death of 32-year-old resident Mary Blessetti. At approximately 7:30 p.m., emergency responders were called to the 600 block of Maid Marian Hill, where Blessetti had sustained life-threatening injuries when the Easy Go golf cart she was riding in ran into a swale and rolled over on top of her. She was airlifted to the University of Maryland's R. Adams Cowley Shock Trauma Center and succumbed to her injuries on Monday. The driver of the golf cart, a 32-year-old woman from Crownsville, was not injured but was arrested and charged. We were unable to locate any online charges. Blessetti had recently moved into the community and leaves a husband and 2-month-old child behind. Friends have set up a GoFundMe for them, and we do have a link at eyeonannapolis.net. The Annapolis Police Department is doing it again. They are organizing another free gun turn-in event on Saturday, November 23rd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It'll all go down at their station at 199 Taylor Avenue, and area residents are encouraged to safely dispose of unwanted firearms by bringing in unloaded weapons to the event. Officers will collect them directly from the participants' vehicles. They do suggest putting them in their trunks. This initiative follows the successful gun turn-in day held earlier this year and aims to enhance community safety by reducing the number of unwanted firearms. This is completely anonymous, so you don't need to give them any information. You turn your gun in and you drive right on out. And to be clear, this is not a buyback program. This is a voluntary turn-in. Again, November 23rd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Annapolis Police Station at 199 Taylor Avenue, right here in Annapolis. The Maryland Military Coalition has honored State Senator Dawn Guile of District 33 and Delegate Mike Rogers of District 32 as the 2024 Legislators of the Year. Representing Anne Arundel County, both legislators were recognized for their significant contributions to Maryland's veterans and military-connected community during the 2024 session of the Maryland General Assembly. The award ceremony took place on November 7th at the Naval Academy Club in Annapolis, acknowledging their advocacy and legislative efforts supporting military families and veterans. I say congrats to both, but more importantly, thank you. And I'm pretty happy to be a part of this next story. Annapolis area businesses and residents have once again come through for local education through the annual Cash for Schools donation program dreamt up by Jared at K&B True Value. Between late August and mid-October, customers were able to donate at the register to one of 17 participating schools with contributions matched at a rate of 200% by co-sponsors: Evolve Direct and Primary, The Chop Tank, Lido Pizza and Pasta, and us. This year's program raised $28,217, bringing the total funds raised since the inception of the program to $184,124. Now, the funds will support various school initiatives aimed at enhancing learning environments and opportunities for students. You can check out the tally for each school and get an idea of what the funds will do as well. We have all that at eyeonannapolis.net. All right, podcast stuff. Up this weekend on the Local Business Spotlight, we geek out with the chief nerd from Cheaper Than a Geek, Chris Barber. If you have a computer, you should definitely give this a listen. It drops at noon on Saturday. And in closing, one of the best ways to keep up on the local news is the Daily News Recap email that goes out at 7 p.m. 366 days this year. It's free, it's paywall-free, and here is a link right here to sign up in the show notes. And please feel free to let your friends, family, and colleagues all know about it as well. And that is a wrap. As always, thank you for being you, and a thank you to the sponsors for the Daily News Brief: Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, Hospice of the Chesapeake, and Mac Medics. So now you just need to sit back because we have weather from DCMD VA Weather, and Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace is here with your Annapolis Makerspace Maker Minutes. All that's coming right up, so hang tight.
Have you ever had to wait to get an appointment at the Apple Store? Skip the wait and the line at the mall by visiting MacMedics in Severna Park or Lanham, where appointments are not necessary. MacMedics is an Apple-authorized premium service provider. MacMedics services all Apple devices, including broken iPhone screens and batteries, and all without an appointment. Most iPhone repairs are complete the same day and usually within a few hours. MacMedics is also an Apple-authorized reseller and sell Apple products at the same price as the Apple Store. Visit MacMedics in Severna Park or Lanham for Apple-authorized sales and service and shop local. Don't wait for help. Call MacMedics at 410-757-MAX, which is 410-757-6227. It's 410-757-6227. Or visit them online at macmedics.com. When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMD VA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMD VA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMD VA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Thursday, November 14th. More cool conditions are expected today and tomorrow across the Annapolis region, with another good chance for some additional rain showers today in the PM hours, possibly lasting into early Friday morning. Ahead of a really nice weekend, look for highs today in the mid or upper 50s with mostly cloudy skies and a likelihood of some rain later today, mainly in the late afternoon or evening hours into the overnight or early morning hours, with temperatures again in the mid or upper 50s Friday as winds become a bit breezy out of the northwest. As for the weekend, sunny skies are expected with highs in the mid-60s or so both Saturday and Sunday, with more sunshine expected Monday and Tuesday of next week, with highs in the 65 to 72 degree range Monday, ahead of mid to upper 60s on Tuesday. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMD VA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow DCMD VA Weather on Facebook and X for updates each day, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Is all this talk of inflation making you uneasy? Me too, especially the uncertainty. How bad will it eat into my future purchasing power? Well, don't feel helpless, because solar energy can give you some financial control. By installing and owning your solar system, you can lock out electricity cost inflation by locking in your electricity price for more than 25 years. Many of our inflation-fighting clean energy systems offset 100% of the annual electricity demands. Customers frequently add electric vehicle charging and backup batteries to their solar projects, providing them inexpensive auto fuel and additional energy security for the home. Freeze energy inflation in its tracks by committing to affordable, clean solar energy. Call us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net. But don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Maker Minutes, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. There's a few more days left on the Maryland STEM Festival, with tons of great events all around Maryland at all kinds of different locations, including schools, libraries, makerspaces, and more. Head on over to marylandstemfestival.org for a full list of events. Over at Quiet Waters Park, check out their holiday artisan market running now through January 5th, with clothing, household items, wood items, fused glass, and lots more. Also, now through Sunday, the Annapolis Maritime Museum is hosting Art Between the Creeks, returning with their back-to-back Creek Art Show. On Saturday, the National Electronics Museum is having their grand reopening at their new location in Hunt Valley, alongside the System Source Computer Museum. At Chesapeake Light Craft in Annapolis, they don't have any boat building classes right now, but check out their upcoming Saturday seminars on topics such as Intro to Epoxy, Hands-on Finishing, Build Your Own Greenland Paddle, and Small Boat Rigging. The epoxy class is coming up in January, and the finishing class is coming up in February. And Knit Some Pieces off of Bestgate Road. Today, check out their needle tasting class, where you can try out different needles for knitting. Saturday and Sunday, they have Do You Doodle, a workshop for stranded colorwork patterns, and then on Sunday they have their advanced knitting techniques with texture diversity. And registration is open for a couple crochet classes, including 2 snowflake classes, and their comprehensive Learn to Crochet class, all coming up in December. And then in January they'll have a Saturday skills session with reading and creating crochet charts. At Local by Design, this morning, check out their resin Christmas ornament workshop. Saturday, as well as next Wednesday, there's a fused glass holiday nightlight and ornament workshop. And then on Wednesday, there's a Create Your Own Holiday Coasters workshop. At Art Farm in Annapolis, tonight they have another sketch night with a live model. Tomorrow, there's mixed media moon journaling. Saturday, there's double exposure photography. Sunday, there's Pasanki, Ukrainian egg decorating, as well as a witch's garden workshop. On Monday, there's a watercolor workshop for all levels. And then on Tuesday, there's portraits capturing personality and color using oil paints. Registration is open for more adult workshops, including more sketch nights, bookmaking, Gothic terrariums, Thanksgiving centerpieces, block printing, as well as the art of arting, among other topics. For their kids' art camps, today there's mixed media explorations for ages 11 through 15, as well as nature art school for ages 6 through 8, and creative fusion, poetry, and visual arts for ages 9 through 12. Tomorrow there's a Not a Slumber Party for ages 6 through 10, where you can drop the kids off and give yourself a night out. There'll be food, games, art activities, and a movie. On Saturday, there's Kids Art School for ages 7 through 9, as well as the first session of Art Inspired by Music, where Art Farm and the Annapolis Symphony Orchestra team up with 6th through 12th graders, creating art inspired by classical music, with the art being displayed during a performance of the ASO in January. On Monday, there's a Kids Art School for ages 4 through 5, as well as another one for ages 6 through 8. On Tuesday, there's Pencil, Charcoal, Ink, and Watercolor for ages 9 through 11, and then on Wednesday, there's Mixed Media Art School for ages 9 through 11. At the Anne Arundel County Public Library System this week, today Crofton has a Failabration. Celebrate failure with famous failures, and challenge yourself to create something that fixes a problem. Severn has an elementary STEAM with marshmallow engineering, and Glen Burnie has a STEAM club. Tomorrow, Glen Burnie has a Lego club. And on Saturday, Severna Park has a pre-K process art. Maryland City has Paint with Coffee, literally painting with coffee on canvas. Bush Annapolis has Flicks with Sticks, where they'll be watching The Best Years of Our Lives from 1946. And Mountain Road has a Stitch and Chat. On Monday, Broadneck has a paint night doing autumn paintings. Bush Annapolis has acrylic pour decorative balls. And Glen Burnie has a paper crafts night. On Tuesday, Glen Burnie has Little Engineers Constructive Play. Eastport Annapolis Neck has Homeschool STEM with the Arundel Rivers Federation Riverkeepers. Discoveries has Homeschool Art Club. Odenton has a hackathon, exploring and honing cybersecurity skills. Severna Park has Mindful Making, practicing mindfulness while making paper gingerbread houses. And Broadneck has the Broadneck Needle Crafters. And then on Wednesday, Glen Burnie has Kids Create with Chinese ink wash. Severn has a STEM workshop, Growing Your Own Crystals. And Eastport Annapolis Neck has the Mad Hatters Knitting Club. And also a reminder that the Annapolis Woodworkers Guild has their monthly meeting tonight down in Davidsonville. If you have any questions about the Annapolis Makerspace, the Maker Minutes, or any of these events, feel free to contact me at trevor@makeannapolis.org. And you can find links to all these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website, also at makeannapolis.org. And whether you're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.